from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning. I tell you, we are going to have a T-I-M-E time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.5 FM Street Live, Port of Spain, Maribel.
Greetings and blessing in the name of our wonderful Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia. And we would like to invite you to listen to the Final Hour broadcast every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning on the street, 919 FM radio.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444.
Please be sure to tune in and prepare to be blessed.
As my life, I lay it on the altar. As my life.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the street, 919 FM.
Yo, this is a Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. The 40 million people suffering with joint issues like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis. Well, you are listening to the right ad. You have the ailment, we have the remedy. Call us now on 288-8301 or 346-2612.
Don't forget to tune in right here on the street, 919 FM, every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m.
Performance, beat all talk.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Right. Yeah, again, Shalom. Again, Trinidad and Tobago. This is the ISUPK Trinidad and Tobago again, under Commandant General Yahana, right? And you know what time it is. I'm Monday evening, right? And you know, again, there's a lot of trending topics and, you know, very interesting as well what is going on here in Trinidad and Tobago. And, you know, these reminders must be brought out to the forefront because, again, with all these reminders, you know, we'd be lost as the scriptures, you know, identify us as lost sheep, right? We are the lost sheep of the house of Israel, right? I know if... right, I'm prison officer Swapiala, and here with me in the studio is
prison officer Tazo, man. All what is on the inside. Always like and share, and some comment. You don't know it is. You know what I mean? Connect with me, call in, boom, right? And it's that good show.
I don't know, right? So again, you know, we'll get into article first, and again, you know, this is very important again, and this is why, you know, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need, you know, to come out from amongst, you know, again, a lot of these organizations, a lot of these, you know, institutions, because again, with you now getting caught up and not knowing, you know, the ins and out of your identity, or again, knowing who you are, you know, this is going to be your end result, right? So, right? So
Come on. Yes, sir. So this is from the Daily Express, right? This is what it is. June the 10th, 2022, right? Are you ready? Nice. So they say now, erratic girl, 17, in custody after fire at Children Support Center.
Right.
All right. Right. We done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So set ablaze. So they have a picture now with the place on fire. right, set ablaze. The Child Support Center at Crown Street, Tacarigua, is engulfed by flames yesterday. And they say now a 17-year-old girl is in police custody after starting a fire at a Child Support Center early yesterday morning.
Right, and this is why, again, just a couple weeks ago, you know, you all brought out something concerning this issue. And, you know, was a call out to find out the people them who, you know, having this connection with these young girls, these young, as we say, brothers and sisters in these homes. Because now, they as I say, they in a home is one thing. But now if they're having that same problem in the home where they try to run from,
right,
then now that's showing you that, hey, it's something way bigger than, as we say, what we think about. And this is why, you know, again, just as we just always bring out in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yana, these curses and them is going to pursue us wherever we go. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And again, this is just, again, a snippet of what is taking place. And this is why now these things must be brought out. It must be brought to the forefront again, that, you know, all awareness should be heightened, as we said, the highest in the Black and Hispanic and Native Indian community. Right? Go ahead.
Right, Karan. The fire destroyed part of the center, which is run by the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago. According to a police report, the fire broke out at the center located at Crown Street, Tacarigua.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
We say
Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohana will be on the street 91.9 FM every Monday from 7:05 p.m. to 8 p.m. bringing you the truth according to the Bible. The ISUPK is a non-profit faith-based community organization that will respond to the plagues that's affecting Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We also have programs such as education, both adult and youth, food distribution, rehabilitation, both drug and alcohol, mentoring, counseling, and spiritual support. Remember, tune in every Monday on 91.9 FM, 7:05 p.m. Shalom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, you know what I mean? At that time, they probably, you understand, she real fed up. They might be now come back from some kind of private bus now.
Yeah.
You know this dude, how they dubbing it now?
Yeah.
The same Children's Authority supposed to get shut down long time. All kind of thing. Now, next one now. So she like, you know, they ain't get touch up. All of them ain't get touch up yet now.
Yeah.
There's probably she now, you understand, doing the only thing she could do. Because they probably might be threatening the girl parents, maybe she life.
Yeah.
You understand? Or they trying to kill somebody else. So you're going. You know, she probably do that and thought that she would not get catch or she just get fed up. You see, this madness, I'm 17 years old. How long this thing going on with me now?
Because again, when you look at as
Right.
I say, watch our time.
Correct.
And then now again, we as a people and as a nation, we get so caught up in this society and thinking that this society love us now.
Right.
Because of the promises and, you know, all the gifts that they know that they give us. And as the scriptures make mention, a gift destroy the heart. And now when these gifts and them can't be fulfilled, now what we turn to? Who we had to turn to?
Right.
Now we turn to who? As we say, to harming we own self.
That is it.
Because again, look at the time.
1:52 a.m.
2 o'clock in the morning, and we know that dead hours, as we just call it. Dead hours.
Correct.
Dead hours in the morning. Then that's showing you that whoever was, you know, doing whatever they was doing, again, in the ISUPK, we do condone, as we say, violence against anybody. Because again, this is it biblical too.
Right.
It biblical. And this is why, again, we need, as a people, to come out, as the scripture say, to come out of her.
Correct.
We must come out from, you know,
madness.
This spirit of this society.
Correct.
Right?
And if I may too, you understand, and really and truly, because as the scriptures rightfully say, in the spirit of the Bible then, when you see people operating a certain way, the scriptures tell you, when you rape somebody, come like you kill them. So she might be telling herself, I rather die. You understand? And at that time, you understand, the captain had bring out Captain Galawana, right? He was on the radio station. He was breaking out heaven and hell now. And force this place, and understand, full of that corruption and lies on these religious leaders. You can't point a point. This is what you're talking about. When somebody could know or the tale is, or the story is go, hell is a place under fire.
Right.
And you could set a place under fire and commit suicide. You understand?
Right.
That is hell.
Yeah.
Them kind of conditions you're facing, they having you behaving yourself, or you thinking, you know, if I ain't act up too much, you know, I'm going to let them, you know, I'm going to turn the other cheek.
Right.
You understand? For them to rape me tomorrow. You understand? I go get a pass.
Right.
This is that lies they pushing so that you know, you understand, go take, let's take bully. You understand? They must run up on top of you and do you what the hell them feel they think they could do. Which is madness, you understand? That is why you see people operate so, and it's scriptural. This is the spirit of the Bible. Look at kicks.
That's right.
When the people, when the wicked in authority, the people mourn and try to commit suicide and all these things in them. When the righteous in authority, which is commanding generally and the soldiers, with the right spirit, you understand? When them in charge, the people them rejoice. That's what we're trying to get to. This is the main just everything here. We fed up. We don't take bubble eyes. You understand? We just, you understand, have to endure because the king, the Most High, have bigger weapons than we feel that we could have. You understand? So we have to discipline ourselves and come here and share so that other people could know what time of day it is, so that the Lord now could pull out the big long gun. You understand? And really stretch people out. When he send them missiles and that way he holding back right now. He want to shoot real damage. He want to real cause it on the earth. And that is all why it's all going on. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians right now. We're so far from it because of the lies of this political system and the religious leaders and all of them. You understand? They hire out of touch thinking God is those wear pajamas, thinking that them at the garment store, this baby is gap. You understand? Like them commercial, them rocking people to sleep. And thinking it's just so.
And again, you know, the whole earth, you know, forget who God is.
Correct.
And just as you say, when he decided to move in men,
correct,
and stop men's spirit,
correct,
this is why you're seeing all these things taking place, because again,
correct,
he hold the trump card.
That is it.
Because he is the creator of all.
That is it.
He say I kill, I make alive.
Correct.
He say that.
Correct.
He let we know that. So now the fear for him gone out the door.
Correct.
So now everybody now again in the earth now decide trying to play gods, and this is why now we as our people, just as you say, when the righteous in authority, correct, the whole earth rejoice, because now we move from we are righteousness now and start to take on the customs as you say, these oppressors.
Correct.
These oppressors, and this is why now again all of them don't have identity crisis. The East Indian don't have identity crisis. The Chinese don't have identity crisis. The so-called white man, as you say, or the main oppressor, he don't have identity crisis.
Correct.
But we now, in this captivity, have that identity crisis, because now we fishing and trying to find out, well, who he is.
Correct.
Why it is like, because it recorded right in the history.
Correct.
It recorded right in the history, and that's why we see, as we say, this 17-year-old, as I say, almost wee hours in the morning now, trying to light a blaze of fire, trying to take she life.
Yeah, give up. She give up.
Can't
take it no more. And it's no, you're 17 years old. At that time, it's, and General Mahima had break down some. That is one of the highest, that is the second highest ranking man on the planet. And that's what the Lord entrusts men, you understand? Wisdom to show you, and them fellas digging deep and making sure they do the research and go through the trial and counsel people to understand this. Right? People, you understand, when they get molested, whatever age they start to get molested at, they doesn't mature past that. Because again, back to the spirit of the scriptures, it come like you're dead. So you dead there and you stop grow. At 17 years old, you're supposed to know exactly what the hell, you know what I mean? At least some, if you can't find, again, we don't condone violence. That's understand something, right? But at that time, man, a 15-year-old know to call a bad man in some area who do support that. And somebody, understand, is either go get, you know what has happened? You understand? Because when you saw you go reap, it's either they catch up with you or something catch up with you. You understand? They've throw you, understand? Like when they hold you, they don't kill you, right? They know what you're saying, right? But if they put a beating on you and you go in the prison and you like the rape, you understand? Well, then it have a street justice for that.
and that is why this shouldn't be.
Correct.
Because of this identity crisis. And as we say, when you look, as you say, at this political woman who hold a high seat, or one of the highest seats in Trinidad and Tobago, ruling over people, and as we say, the Prime Minister. And then now you could come out now and telling
your mouth
people
like that.
now who you know, looking up to you now, as you say, for some sort of feedback or something, then you can just jump out. Then what that's showing, that's showing you biblically that them don't have an identity crisis. Because if they could identify themselves now and then call you out in the midst of all of this now, who are ruling, that's why I say that those set no other
no nation, no race.
No other nation over you as king. Those set them over here. And we didn't say we could go in the scriptures and read it.
That's right.
We could go in the scriptures and read it.
And if I may add to that, because the Lord now, he know exactly what he deposit, what he makes sure that the forefathers them learn. He know these people, when he, again, in the scriptures, that is 2nd Ezra 6 and 54, down to 57, if you think, we just talking. It in there, we say these people has ever been reputed, which means they always had a reputation of being nothing.
Right. They pull it.
Because
this is not talk.
Correct.
This is not as we say.
Correct.
You come here and you bust up your mouth and you feel like you're on the side. This is not this.
Correct.
We is a people that have that identity crisis. All these people and them don't have that.
Correct.
They don't have that. The Chinese, East Indian, and we call them out by name.
Correct.
They don't have that. Right?
Correct.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra in the Apocrypha, right? Chapter 6 and verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
And you see it's that because now we have righteousness set.
Correct.
Now we create a Lord over everything.
Correct.
He create a hierarchy because now this person who going to be Lord over that, going to know how to, as you say, you can eat this, you can function this way. Now, everything have a separation because now we have a Lord over it.
Correct.
Right?
Order.
Go ahead.
Yes, my Lord. Right? Of him come we all.
Right.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
And this is why now again, you see, he say, of him come we all.
Right.
Because now and then he show you a distinction and then a separation. And then he say of all who?
Right. And the people also whom thou, the Most High, hast chosen.
Right. So now out of everybody now he pull out one.
Right.
Because now it must have order.
Correct.
The earth must have order, and when the earth don't have order, this is the end result. Right. Again, the captain brought out something the other day, and he say, he said that better all you call Satan a Trinity instead of calling God a Trinity, because now we're going a lot of wickedness taking place here. And when you see all these things taking place now, you must say, nah. Even on the streets, when you're on the streets, people, as you say, the people crying, the people mourning, and then as you say, all of these people, them as you say, who's supposed to be saying now and taking governing this place, they sit down and they're watching and you say, what going on here? What's going on here? As you say, look, I just jump in for a little second.
Right.
What's going on with the little cruise liner business or as the case may be?
Flood.
Who is the people on the front line?
Of course. Running to serve.
Who is the people on the front? As you say, that was just a plot again. Just so we out to see, well, as you say, just sprinkle some sugar, and all them ants run out the whole, and we because now we trying to find a way.
Right. So like care for me too. And the thing is, they ensure that we live in hand to mouth. If we live in hand to mouth, we'd have no concern for we identity. We have no concern to make sure that we try not getting molested. We have no concern, you understand, to make sure that drugs don't sell, and we can find other ways. And people is enjoy alcohol. We inside of here enjoy a nice good drink. We are not Christians. We're not of that sect, of that cult. You understand that religious belief. You understand that rubbish. You follow, there's a way to do things. You understand? The Lord telling you, get wisdom. With all you get understanding. Understand the ways of how to live. Understand what the world is governed, the earth is governed under. How it's supposed to govern. Right now, the people that rule over us have never been with understanding. They have never been with wisdom. The Lord gave that to the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child. That is why you're having problems with the people that over here.
Right, and it wasn't given to them.
Correct.
It was never given to them.
That's right.
And this is why, again, when we say, the Bible, that book is the recorded history.
Correct.
that book now again, you know, that we culture.
Right.
Now everybody have a culture.
Right.
And their culture now fashion in a way now where they can govern the people.
Right.
The Bible is our culture, our history, and this fashion in a way now where we could handle with people.
That's right.
Where we could support with people, as we say, in the ghettos.
Correct.
In Beatom, John, Lavantil, all these areas and them in these rural areas.
Correct.
Support them to bring them out of a low state, to
That's
bring
right.
the mindset.
Correct.
Because again, Captain Surak and all, again, he drops some heavy.
Right.
Because now he say, hey, a lot of these, again, organization might make mention and say, hey, concerning, well, with the heart.
Right.
And thinking that he say, hey, that just a vessel, that just beaten. And that's why the scripture identify the heart as the mind. Because or you can't think with that, that already doing work.
Correct.
Now this year is where, as I say, you could poison, you could manipulate, or you could stray or sway away from knowing who he is, and that's why we in this identity crisis, people could, as you say, this Sushila, whoever she name is, whoever, could come out now and say, yeah, we're going on. I had that name of my ancestors, and you had that name. Of your slave man. She could make mention of that.
If I may, because Officer Maka Kobal bring on something extremely heavy Friday at camp. Well, if I get a chance, pass on the permanent and give you a touch to man. Listen up good. Right? He brought out something. He said this. He said the way this one boasting, and which is a lie, a bold-faced lie as well. But the way she boasting about that name that they have, and every other heathen, when they look at it, especially of the East Indian community, and this is the truth, we are not, you understand, talking nothing biased, out of timing, or something that is not relevant, or historical facts. We bring in historical facts here. All those names, you understand, or the East Indian community, when they came across here in 1845, the first murderers, East Indian, first rapists, East Indian, first drug dealers, East Indian, first this, first that. That is what you brought across here, because those were the lowest of society that came. The Daleks and them were the untouchables, right? And they have a next name for them and all of that, right? Those untouchables, that's what people never want to deal with you all. You all came across here to come and look for a better life. And the slave master, the colonial master, empowered you all to be the face of oppression for the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. He brought out that, and which is very solid and evidential fact. It's not us talking here, you understand, and slandering nobody. So they should be ashamed of that name they're calling so fast. Like people ain't gonna dig, like we dumb now. You understand? They say if you wanna hide something from a black man, put it in a book. Yeah, not all the way, you understand? Still stuck in zero, you understand? And reverse mode now, right? The Lord said he will reserve people. He reserved 7,000 men that would now bow the knee to Baal. We ain't running for after the sugar. You understand? Because you know why we understand brotherhood. When we begin to understand that we are a nation and not individuals, you start to operate that way. And start to take care of each other. You follow and prove that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the only righteous government on the face of the planet. And today, especially under Commandant General Liana, we have present examples where we don't have to fall to the traps of the so-called oppressors, and because we know that our strength is in being unified under the spirit of Christ, which is the only place you'll find it is in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commandant General Liana. This is what's going across the airways right now. You're looking for the solution, you understand? Come and test it out. Come and put some work, you understand? Come and put a elbow grease in to at least find out exactly how you're supposed to operate. And let it prove itself. You understand? Let God be true and every man a liar.
That's right.
You understand? Let us prove these political systems and these religious organizations in what, you understand, the paper that they're writing on. Right. I see that paperweight, I see that featherweight. Right. Guessing all the time. Manifesto that never manifesting.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Let's finish up the script and
for sure.
come back to the article.
No sweat. The book of 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 54. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. Verse 55. Right. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord. Right. Because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 56. As for the other people, the other races, which also come of Adam, thou hast said, the Lord had said, that they are nothing.
It is.
Nothing.
Right. We didn't say this. Again, open your records.
Right.
Open your history, because again, the Bible is recorded history.
Right.
It states that these people are nothing.
Correct.
And when we say nothing now, the only thing that they're going to do now is going to be servants and handmaid.
That's right.
That is the script. And I didn't say that because we could go on, we will read that as we read on more.
Right.
Right? Go
correct. Ahead. Right. Thou hast said that they are nothing but be like unto spittle. Right? They're like on the spit.
So wait, the scriptures liken it on, and this is why now again, again on a whole, again, the organization that filtering through the minds of blacks, Hispanics, and or this society, what it push. It push something that we know as a people now, because now we take on that spirit. It's the same way, and we go read a little piece in the scripture now. We take on that same spirit coming out of Egypt. Now we start to get weary. As we say, we marching on, we don't get our promise already. We don't get, as you say, you don't prepare that place. We don't get our place already, but now as we say, we want it. Why we want it so fast? Because you know we will learn. We learn evil in Egypt.
It's not okay for me. And you're steady on point. You're right pinpoint. You understand? Because these people that ever been reputed as nothing, and next one come up here and asking, I wonder who doing most crimes. Who will learn that from? Who will learn to be criminal under? Who's the people in them that had us for 400 years? And then in 1845 to now. You understand? And there's the people that start crime in Trinidad and Tobago.
And this is...
So where we going to learn from again? Where we going to learn to do crime?
And this is...
Wait, just now, Slack, one more thing, right? Who have the money to bring in all that drugs and guns for the crime to riddle the place and have it stink so? Right? And then again, who going against, where's the effectual working system to fight against it, to eradicate it? If they were so interested in not having crime riddle the place, when really and truly, then the core essence is criminals. I said the rapists, I said the molesters, you understand? I said the liars, drug dealers, murderers, pimps, and I said the stinking, filthy animals. Bad mind to bad.
And this is why now again, it shows you the culture of our people, because now we culture is the Bible.
That's right.
That we culture.
Righteousness, correct.
That we culture. We're reading from we culture.
That's
what
right.
we're supposed to be doing.
Correct.
Now, if them now, as you say, as we say, who in the chat room or whatever, we drop in or whatever. Just as you say, that is our culture where we pick up now and where we know how to drop, because now again, that is something internal. That is the spirit that we take on in this society.
That
is the spirit that we take on, and that's why now when we was coming out of Egypt now, we didn't drop that spirit we was in Egypt. We come out of Egypt with that same spirit. And this is why now we in 2022. And the Lord, been as you say, that reserve, that 7,000, they in the earth right now. That the ISUPK under command.
That's right. And if I may add to it, an important thing that people don't understand, just like with a woman, wherever you give her, she'll multiply. The Lord know that He make us the greatest on the face of the planet, and whatever spirit we take on, we'll make it look glorious.
That's right.
It's a shame, you understand, that drug dealing does look so glorious. It's a shame, you understand, that murder does look so glorious. You understand, we just make it look so appeasing, because that is who we are as a people. We just, again, as you're saying, we covered with the wrong spirit.
And that's why now we need to put off that spirit, because now that gloriousness, we do all that, because now we do it now. Watch we 17-year-old sister. Watch, as we say, watch we brothers in Beaton, John in America, North Asha running. Watch that spirit that we don't want. As I say, it make it look glorious.
All on the TV.
But that glorious is what we don't want, and that what we learn in the school now. Don't feel that, hey, we just get channeled to the right way, how to function now. Not to pour up that as you say, that man spirit, as you say, that masculine spirit, but direct it in the right way. Now direct it to your brother in helping your brother.
That's right.
Just like how Commanding General Yohana help we. From the head come straight down. It's the same way now, as we say, we're reaching out to brothers and telling brothers, hey, that way is not the way. Channel your spirit in a different, in this pathway now, because now you have records now to direct your footsteps in the way of righteousness. And again, when that start to happen now, then you're going to see the black, Hispanic, and Native community rise.
So like for me,
go ahead.
Look, evidence here. And if some weak-minded, some idiot, you understand, some religious, you understand, not, will look at you and say, you looking like a drug dealer. You don't sell drugs. You understand? Come on, engineer, don't sell drugs. My man, them don't sell drugs. Look like real monsters. That is what you call masculinity there, folks.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, you understand? Welcome to reality.
That's right.
Right? You could not, you understand, be a criminal and break the laws of God and man and operate, you understand, fully in your element. What you need to understand is what that is, what it look like, because all you have been taught is how to be a criminal and a filthy, disgusting, lustful bastard under these masters, under these colonial masters, and they follow and the cohorts.
Right.
The people that side with them. We don't have a seat in the UN. We don't have a seat, you understand? We don't have no association. We don't have powers to bring these things into effect. So let nobody throw your curveball, you understand, and talk, because they're accustomed, just like the political leader did, and run them out. That's why this fool. Any comment now talk that. Because a fool is open, as the scripture say, a fool open wide his lips. You follow? As it is, you understand, full up in your mind, right? That's exactly that you go talk. You understand? You just continue to show your true colors, and we're not surprised.
And that's why now again, when you pour off that spirit
Correct.
of the society and you take on your true identity,
Correct.
and you're walking straight, as you
Correct.
say, the straight and narrow.
Correct.
Now you can see again, this is nothing, as you say, nothing new.
Correct.
So as we say, the thing that happening, as you say, with this sister here, with
Right.
the MP, that won't be new to her, because now
Correct.
the scriptures already let we know that this is what's going to take place before
If.
that time.
That's right.
Because
If.
now, the same way,
Right.
just as he say, when Moses bring we out of Egypt, it's the
Right.
same way with King Christ, a black man from
Correct.
the tribe of Judah, going
That's
to
right.
deliver we out of this captivity.
Correct.
Right?
That's
So,
right.
You finish on the scripture?
Yeah, one more here.
Go ahead. No, sir.
Right?
You go ahead.
But be like on the spittle, and has likened the abundance of them, all of them, unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Right.
Right? Verse 57.
Go ahead.
And he's saying, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen,
Right.
on not Israelites,
Yeah,
not
right.
black Hispanics and Native
And
Indians,
this is,
ungodly people.
this is Ezra the prophet speaking.
That's right,
Go
correct.
ahead.
Which have ever been reputed, the reputation as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
And this is why we say don't think it, or don't make it feel like it's a surprise when Sushila can come out and say that they
Right.
don't be surprised.
Correct.
And we telling you don't be surprised. You will be surprised because now, as you say, your spirit's still caught up
That's
in the
it.
society. But now when you look through your records now, you don't have to go and make a million man match
No.
to say, well, hey, you know, well, and try it, because now we warning black people again.
Correct.
Hispanic people, Native Indian people,
Right.
do get your spirit more in depth in the
Correct.
society, because now, as we say, that time close, as we say, that time close, and as we say, when you look at what's going on around you, a lot of people crying, a lot of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians crying, and when that going up, and as you say, when the priests and prophets before the Lord, you know, bring them, as you say, bring their prayers, and send it up before the Lord, and the Lord here we cry, know this, that he going to deliver, because as we say, through all the scriptures, and we as we say, in the history culture,
Right.
he deliver we out of captivity, and this one ain't gonna be no different. It's going to be the greatest
That's right.
deliverance.
That's right.
Again, as we say, or the new Exodus.
Correct
that
is
the
right.
Most High going to deliver blacks,
Damn
Hispanics,
right.
and Native Indians
Most
out
High
of this
Christ.
captivity.
Correct is right.
Right? And
Damn right.
Then you continue on the little article.
Right, right. So, the fire destroyed part of the center, which is run by the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, another field project. According to a police report, the fire broke out at the center located at Crown Street, Tacarigua, around 1:52 a.m.
And this is, and listen, as I say, listen how the as we say, the media there's directing according, so the report not really accurate. So it looked like a hiding something. I don't want to push something, because now what that could cause now, and this is why, you know, when you all was bringing out on or they come out and say the truth.
Correct.
Why it is always sidestepping these stories and them that could be of so utmost so important
Right.
to the people.
Correct.
As you say, at the country.
Right.
Why it is you hide? Because as you say, I might have a 17-year-old daughter.
Correct.
I might decide, that school like maybe a discipline, or as you say, a
Right.
place where you could send she to learn some kind of skill or discipline.
Right.
Not knowing inside that they know how molestation taking
Correct.
place.
Correct.
As you say, child abuse taking place.
Correct.
Now, why it is now these things is not being brought to the forefront, and,
Right.
and using words like, as you say, because it's not accurate, because now somebody say hold back something. Go ahead.
Fire officers from the Ryson Road and Arima fire stations responded and extinguished the blaze. However, the house was partially burnt, according to the report.
So you see, the blow it up. They say she burned down the house. Now you're coming and say it partially burned. What you picture, as you say, a
Right.
picture could
Tell 1,000 words.
1,000 words.
Correct.
So I look on the internet and I drop a picture, boom, a whole house on blaze. Now
Right.
you come in and say it partially blazed.
Right. So, like, for me,
Go ahead.
what is the difference with this saying? You understand? The face of criminal activity is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And all the TV shows, we're not talking about the spirit we don't want.
Yeah.
You understand? So, the tie-in masculinity, right, or being a man, right, to being a drug dealer,
right,
to being you understand, a pimp,
right,
and all these things, and that there's one to make it look glorious, but to push their agenda because, again, they, just like the drug dealers and they who have the money to bring in containers, they have the money to push it through the media as well.
That's right.
To shape the thinking of the people, as you know, saying. Yeah.
And again, that is the spirit that we fighting. That external and internal spirit.
Correct.
We fighting ourselves because now, again, the spirit that we take on is the spirit of the society. And this is why now, again, if you want to see masculinity, I just say, I come into the ISUPK under Command General. If you want to be a feminine, and know what femininity is, come into the ISUPK. You will see sisters, you know, as we say, that you will find that Proverb 31 woman. And just as Solomon said, he searched and he couldn't find but one. But here, why? Because she rare.
Correct.
That woman rare. And only in the ISUPK under Commander General you're going to find that rare woman.
Correct.
Because you can't find she. You can't find she.
Correct.
Right?
Salakia.
Yeah, go ahead.
All the instructions out there, and Solomon, knowing the world that he was living in at that time, still being the ruler, with all that wisdom and all that, he know all the stupid instructions and all that, especially women could get caught up in. In a sense, of course, you go find us that people walking around dunce here, just like the brothers and them, because this society making sure that is the agenda.
Right.
They making sure, look how this man could talk here. He thinking that he could have pulled out a fast one and
Right.
like, you know, that we go butters down and say, well, you know, we people really do know the crime.
Yeah.
No, as we know who's the cause of that. Yeah. It's not just so. That is not our construct. You force you bowl. You feel he's some kind of professor, you understand? You're some kind of rocket scientist, and you are the answers, you know? Yeah.
Right.
Like, we go take that, we go buy China.
When you're done, pull songs that Solomon 1 and 5. I think that we identifying it again. Let me explain to the people what taking place here.
Correct.
Right? Like, let me explain because again, in the ISUPK under Commander General Yana, we teach the Bible.
Right.
The Bible belongs to us. It is our recorded history.
Right.
You know, from in times past that was recorded by our forefathers, laid down for their children or for their heritage, that where they now could find their way back, you know, to the true identity. Just like any good father would leave, as you say, leave your will.
Right.
You know, for your children, that you know it will have no you thinking is this or it this is we will. The Lord leave our will for we.
Right.
He leave these records for we, that we now, you know, could know that we have an inheritance, which is the earth, because he say he created the earth for our sakes, and the earth supposed to be running in righteousness. He created that for us. And when we go in and read here in Songs of Solomon 1 and 5, he go, let we know who he is. So nobody, as you say, you call with that name, that of a slave master, let you know that who black people is. Go ahead.
Right, this is the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 5. I am black.
I am what?
I am black.
I am what?
I am black.
Go ahead.
But comely.
But what?
Comely.
But what?
Comely.
Beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful.
Right.
I am black and beautiful.
Salaki, for me, I tell one time.
Go ahead.
Because they thinking, you know, just because of this feminine society, you know, they don't understand game. They understand a man having full confidence, you understand, and egotistical. Not egotistical, but a big ego. You understand? And very arrogant, you understand, in all the right ways, for all the right reasons. This is talking into a person here, you understand, for those that know, right? So when Solomon saying, I am black, you understand, he's very proud, you understand, of his skin complexion then. Letting you know, I as a ruler, the king of the planet, I black, and comely, very handsome, you understand? Talk to me. Who man, all your daughters, you understand? You know, hey, I is the man. I is the man, you understand? The Lord make he the man, he don't know that. How Solomon journey, how he start? He started right, you understand? So he built on a right platform. For majority of Solomon life, he went well. You understand? So he know in this spirit he's talking in the same right context.
That's right.
Let's see, you understand? We call it double and we call it now when a woman singing and a man singing. That kind of way, this is what I is. This is like a big rap people singing here.
Right.
And the girl in them on him, you understand? And it's multiple. Not one, you understand? They're running him down because they don't know he is the man, and he know he is the man.
And he letting you know that black people is beautiful people.
Correct.
That is what he letting you know.
Right.
He letting you know that nobody, as you say, that Exodus was 11 and 3.
11 and 7.
11 and 7. We will read that one after too. Because as I say, this can't go unlocked.
Right.
Because now, why it is now again, it not being brought to the forefront.
Right.
It being overlooked. And again, in here, you know what we just do? We just, as we say, we just go against the current.
That's right.
And every time, people going, just as you say, it have a fish that swim up the river.
Right.
That the salmon.
Salmon, that's
people
right.
They say like them fish mad because
right.
going in the ISUPK under commanding General Yana.
Right.
We just go against the
right.
masculinity because now when they watch we and we talking like this,
right.
them mad, but
right.
no, we showing you what masculinity is.
That's right.
And this is why now again we going to identify everybody and
right.
let we people know. He say my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, but
right.
know this. Here you're going to get all the knowledge because
That's
this
right.
is why we is the Israelite school of practical knowledge.
That's right.
Of universal and practical knowledge. Because why? We threw out the four corners of the earth.
Correct.
Just has been mentioned that the Lord tell we that He going to scatter we.
Right.
And that practical knowledge is going to be brought out through the four corners of the earth.
That's right.
Just as He said would be. Because He said this word is going to go out and everyone going to get the opportunity to hear this. And this is how we gain the opportunity to hear
Correct.
this. Right?
Correct.
Right? Go ahead.
Well do. Right? Again, finish we call it the Solomon or
that's
jump?
good because as we say,
right.
Black people is beautiful.
That's
people.
right. Correct.
Now we're
right.
going and let them know.
Right.
Why it is these, as we say, other nations
right.
shouldn't open their mouth
right.
against we. Go ahead.
Correct. The book of Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Right.
But against any of the children of Israel.
And that going for we Hispanic brothers and them, that
That's right.
any one of them.
Correct.
Jacob had 12 sons.
Right.
These 12 sons and them now, he called them, as you say in Deuteronomy, Genesis 49 and Deuteronomy 33.
Correct.
And he tell every one of them, hey,
right.
this will go be falling in the last days.
Right.
He remind them, just like any good father would do.
Right.
So he give them that reminder, and know, hey, if all the do adhere to this will go happen.
Right.
We as you say, we grew up, we get stubborn, we get in here. But know this, why is coming out of Egypt? The Lord instructed Moses, which was the man in charge, or as you said, over everybody.
Right.
Just like commanding General Yohana today is over the nation.
Correct.
And bringing, as we say, we get our warning.
Right.
Why think we sit down, as we say, we eager because now we want to know truth.
Correct.
Because now truth has been hidden from we.
Correct.
Because now, as you say, that's why again, as you say, a number one in records. He didn't give this unto the wise and prudent.
That's right.
But unto babes and so because we're going to hold on to this and we're going to draw from it because you know why we're drawing from it?
Right.
Because this is something that we never get.
Right.
Why is growing up?
Correct.
We never get that.
Correct.
Right? And this is why now we could read about this now and let everybody know.
Right.
When I mean the heathen and them just now, you say the heathen in Second Ezra.
Right.
All these other nations know this. Go ahead.
Correct. Against, this is the book of Exodus 11 and verse 7 again. But against any of the children of Israel.
Right. All these, as you say, these sons, these 12 tribes, go ahead.
Shall not a dog move his tongue.
Right, and the scriptures, like we didn't say this, and we could go back and we say we are the precept to back it up.
Right.
We have it in Mark and we have it in Matthew.
Right.
Where we king now.
Right.
We're going to come now. Letting you know, hey, it is not meat. It's not right for me to take the children bread, these records on them,
right,
and cast it to dogs. It's not right because now. If I do that now, what will happen? The same thing that happened to we now.
Correct.
Now we take on that spirit at Egypt. We in bondage. Now we fighting one another. Now we as we say, we coming up rivalry against one another and die with the heathen want.
Correct.
That is what I want because now the more the keep we in knowing we identity is the more you see the prosperity rise.
Right.
And the more you know, you see they could go up the chest now and they could call with them names and them. But know this.
Right.
The scriptures say not our
Against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
Right. No,
against
no dog.
Right. Against man or beast.
Against man or beast. So if you have a pet home, that belong to you. Hey, don't even talk bad about don't even talk about.
Open your mouth. Correct.
Open your mouth.
Correct.
Go ahead.
Correct. That ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
And this is one of the key and critical points, because now again the Bible is recorded history.
Correct. Right.
Everybody else had a culture and with a following, I just say that the million hand god or wherever the following.
Correct.
We have we culture, we have we records.
Right.
Why it is now again all the only coming wrong way.
Right.
All they trying to push all the, I just say, all the ways and all I just say all the life on we. Go ahead.
Salakia. And as only one reason, you understand, one viable reason we could see they're doing that shipping is for, is to ensure again that their money go up. You know why? Because according to police, information, and when they break in on the thing with kilos and how much they find, and they see street value, 1 kilo of cocaine can probably buy for like say about $30,000 to $40,000. You understand? I don't know how much it is now, but it is not a drug dealer, right? And flip when they make crack cocaine to almost 10 times that amount. You understand? So you could see these places were small and all them places are empty. When the rent is $50,000 a month. At least $15,000 a month, but it's still empty. Yes, of course it is in your interest, because you don't know law. You don't know morality about yourself. You understand? You have no discipline. So of course you like how that money looking, so you don't care who it is you have to go against, you follow. You will bring in that thing, you will come with your association, and then pull all the money together and bring in this thing to destroy we communities.
That's right.
And then open up your stink mouth and talk about one who committed all the crimes. And you opening the passage, you opening the floodgates for crime to commit. But you bright. And we stupid, then?
That's right.
Oh, because the oppressor wine all the up and tell all the, understand? You're going. I go make all the face. We don't take away the culture. We don't take away this. All they have to do is continue to push this, and they eat it up easy. And let's make it. All they have to do is study. Just to eat out of your hand, and you could be a god forever. You buy that chain up. You forget that there's a god above. I will go on with you, because you don't have a god. Because you just serve things, you understand, made with hands. You thinking, you understand, that the god of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you should have go back to that history too, and understand something. When our ways please the Lord, He, you understand, will destroy our enemies. I am saying be at peace with you. He will destroy our enemies. And Judah chapter 5 and verse 17 to 21, you'll see that accurate among the history. Go and ask your pundit about that. Go and ask, you understand, your imam about that. Go and ask, you understand, your Buddhist priest about that. Yeah, we want to open up the line for sure. This one. Click on the open that. Is this 491? On 2, right? So 491 and 2. You can now just push up the volume.
Push it up.
Yeah, so we want to take a call, right? It on already?
Yeah,
see the phone ring. You see the phone ringing?
Nah, I see nothing.
Right, so we want to open up the lines at the moment, you know what I mean? All the calling with all the questions, man. Let you really get some meat out of this thing, you know, man. Don't frighten. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Call.
Again.
Where you from? Go ahead, Slacky.
Again, all our problems and all our solutions.
Right.
We already have a guideline, and which is by the Bible.
Correct. One thing. Yeah, let them go ahead and go ahead. Answer the call here, Babu Kusha. Alright?
Right.
Here, ring it up. Alright, get you? 1 second, caller.
That's 1 second,
Right. Then again?
No, I think good.
No sweat, right? But I wanna read one part of this thing. Yeah, man. Good night. Where you calling from?
Which one?
Good night.
Yeah, man. No feedback, right?
Yeah, now you got to go.
Yeah.
Taking in your knowledge and things like I said, pick out what is of value, and probably question what I do really think that I appreciate how I appreciate how you try to keep the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians knowledgeable in terms of how to interpret things. But one of the things that I don't want to say, but are they too, I always question the fact that there are things that we can identify now in the present in terms of the greatness of our past. If you understand. And what happened to I have a problem in terms of always identifying with the past and the decisions that others made in the past as how it relates to our present situation, you know. So sometimes I wish if we could get into the absolute spiritual existence of the you know, or the actual spiritual understanding, the ancient history of blacks, native, and blacks, Hispanics, and native and native Indians. Because I know they really do play a role, although I believe that, you know, God created all things. But there is something about the blackness, about that melanin, in terms of it puts us close to source because we are very talented. You know, we bring a lot of culture and decency to the world. You know, and I just would like to hear more of the in-depth understanding of self and spirit and spirituality as it relates, and not only in relation to material things. And I know you probably have some doctrines. One of these days I'll be very busy, so one of these days I'll get time and come and check on it. And I know you'll have doctrines that will point towards that identification of self, which the black brothers need to re-identify with.
As the brother was saying earlier on, is really connecting back with your lifestyle, with your culture. That's right. And that is what you had to get now, you know what I mean? That is how you got to understand it. It had to become who you is. You know, you have to return to that now. So what go on is the best way to do it. That's like you want to learn how to be a mechanic, you want to learn how to do this, you have to come around. You understand? You got to come around, you got to link, you know what I mean? You got to stay tuned. You're not going to wait, find time.
I will do that. Everybody know I'm a stickler for these kind of topics and conversations, right? That's not a secret. I will always call you, I don't care if I was listening the whole day. Once I hear, you know, the lines in terms of how you are trying to develop the consciousness for the black man. And everybody who listens for that matter, not only the black person, if you understand, if they can filter the prejudices, they will learn a lot. But I love to listen, and I always call to communicate with all the citizens. Thank you very much.
Yeah, solid, brother. Solid. And again, you know, the brother draw a valid point and all too, and that's why we again, just as I make mention, that internal war that we fighting now is the same thing that we was fighting too. And if we, as we say, the only way we could defeat that is coming around the school. Correct. Coming to class, not going and sit down, as we say, and doing all sort of evil. But you now coming to class now and saying down now amongst teachers now who, you know, was taught, because now throughout the records now you're going to see each and every one of the prophets was taught by somebody above. And this is why now again they can be able now to fight that as you say, that spirit that hovering around you for, as you say, for over 400 years. And as you say, the more it hover around, as you say, the chains come off we hand now. As you say, just as you say, like we talking blackness, we talking with history. We go the history that we really go. The Bible is with history, and it don't get more deeper than that. The deeper it's going to get more deep. The more you go into it, the more your eye going to open now, because the Lord now start to shed some off of you now, start to open your eye to realize, but wait now, we royal. We special, we separated. Now when you see words like these in your records now, your whole mindset now start to shell. It start to shell off all, as you say, all the doctrine and the philosophies that was hovering or kind of keeping it down from knowing that identity. And that's why we have that identity crisis now. And that's why we must come back, as we say, come to class, and you're going to get the full history. As you say, the brother draw a valid point. Right?
If I may too, because if I could add to what you're saying too, you know what I mean? And the more you could just spend time, you know what I mean, around brothers, that men, you understand, that very season. Men above us, you understand, and men in the school here too. Didn't you know that right here? You can just come around, you know what I mean? It's lime. Like man ask certain questions and them kind of thing, you have to see what righteousness does look, feel like on a daily basis, you know, kind of way? Thing like that. So as much time you could get, you know what I mean, you come to class, but then again you'll still walking in person.
That's right.
What have to happen, because this here is a record of how you used to live.
That's right.
You understand? So your culture, you understand how to operate, how to think, the very essence of the Bible, you have to feel it, you have to experience that now, you know what I mean? So a very important part, again, as the brother was saying just now, is the comment. It's just come around. You come to class, you come to camp, you know what I mean? And come and ask. It's better, you understand, you come to where all this that griminess happening at camp. Like sort of shake up your mental, you know what I mean? And then you sort of go and sort of battle against the stupidness you was taught, as opposed to what the Lord saying, the reality then. Come and get your questions answered regards to that. That is where you have the most amount of war, and then you're going to know where your focus should be. You understand where your concern should be, because I hear say, you know what I mean? Well, for other people and all that, here's a nice thing about what people don't understand about the Bible, or in fact don't understand about righteousness altogether. When the righteous, when the people that's supposed to rule the planet have it in their possession, like before we have a record of King Solomon, right? When we're doing that, the earth is be at peace, it be at bay, because it's under order, it's under law, you understand? It's under control, righteous control, right? Reason why you're thinking, you know what I mean, that it go have any other ways because you're accustomed to seeing chaos. Because of the people that ruling over us, as the scripture now say, you understand, they was reputed as nothing, and they begin to rule over us and devour us. Right. That is what is happening when the wicked over anybody. And that is what you're facing, that we're seeing on a regular basis. So you have to fight that by seeing the opposite, the exact opposite.
And this is why, you know, again, you know, your mental health is connected to your spiritual health. And if you're not mentally, you know, as occupied or mentally equipped up here, then your spirit going to be unequipped
shaky,
as well.
Correct.
And this is why now it's so important now, because now it two go hand in hand now. Because now you're trying to look for spirituality one way, and then your mental somewhere else. It die with this society, it separate that from the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. So now where we do it now, if we get caught up in the prison, now we be on the murder wing. And this is why, you know, again, in order for you to bring back that mental and spiritual health together now, you must come in the class, you must come to school. And when we telling people this now, it's not, and we say we people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because as you say, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep at the house of Israel. This is who we sent out here too. This is why now the Most High God, as you say, open these platforms now, because now again, these things again, you wouldn't go anywhere else, as you say, throughout the society and find, you know, young black men, you know, bringing this out, as you say, or as a people, or as a nation now. So now when people now jump with the comments now, as we say, as offensive as it must be, as you say, the people and them, the East Indian community should be ashamed of she.
That's right.
You know what they should do? They should make a march against she. And, you know, try to put she out from, because now what she do now, she brings shame.
That's it.
Onto the community. That's what they should do.
But there are people without that. Right? And here's a present example. If I may real quick, I want to read something part of the article.
Go ahead.
Because look at their nature as opposed to the young lady nature. Even with all this madness happening to her, hear how good our spirit is, you understand, naturally. If all and we could be so much better, but we are really destroyed as a people. You understand? Read this part, right? So 18 fire officers from the Rising Road and Arima fire station responded and extinguished the blaze. However, the house was partially burnt, according to the report. Nobody was injured in the blaze. So before she set it on fire, she makes sure.
She aware. She
right?
bring the awareness.
Yeah, that's right. 18 girls who were in the building at the time were all accounted for. Right? Look, the damn thing jump like somebody jump in the phone. Madness. 18 girls who were in the building at the time were all accounted for and temporarily transferred to another facility. You could tell me, understand, if it was somebody else, they'd have been so selfish, and because you know why? We just see those school shootings. We just see, you understand, in the East Indian community, when you shame or whatever it is, what does do? Where's the story we continue in? What somebody chop up somebody and drinking poison?
It pests out throughout.
And very small, nobody molest them, you know?
No.
Nobody, some inferiority complex the person have. And first, they don't have, you understand, morality or respect for life in them. That is the stupidness we just see. And you know, we doesn't hear they busting up their mouth about that. Why they doesn't, all the shame and thing that they always trying to reflect, you understand, it on us, and that is the interest to continue to push things on our side to take off the madness that's gone with them. If we ain't doing nothing, you understand, well, everybody will see how stinking and disgusting them people is, right? They'll see, you understand, the dirty underwear, right? But look at the girl here. Even though I been afflicted, I not go in and try to kill other people. Under them conditions, because nobody ain't gonna set the place of fire. So if you not getting, you understand, molested, you're seeing somebody getting molested. But you is not a murderer.
Because it come like this now. It come like
somebody
will live to tell the story that what happened to that. What happened to the
no need that too. You understand? She have more courage than plenty government ministers, even police officers, and who's supposed to be real bad. You know why she take action? Although we don't condone what she did, at all, because it's the wrong spirit. It's the wrong thing. I shouldn't say the wrong spirit. It's the wrong thing to do, exactly, in this society. You understand? What you should have done, though, you know what I mean, is come and find out how I can ensure, you understand, that all my people, or all the stories are here, if all we could begin to protect the people properly and come back under righteous protection, which we have.
Get back that mental
in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That's it.
Mental and spiritual.
And let the Lord defend you. Let the Lord send some more COVID-19 and all that to let them know. Since you understand, you have all the military might and power. You know, if you come against it physically, you're going to destroy. You understand? And we're going to be wrong.
That's right.
Let the Lord, you understand, have vengeance. And everybody know that? Vengeance is the Lord's.
Yeah.
Let the Lord avenge you. You understand? Right. So that is what we need to do. So-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man and woman, and child. Right. This was, you understand, her work of the young lady. It was just done wrong. What she needs to do, you understand? Again, Lord allow she hear or somebody send it to her, and she get to connect with her people and
right.
let her really raise back the standard. And this, you understand, is applaudable. All it was wrong. It is applaudable to see she have enough courage to act, to do something. She just had to learn how to perform the right actions.
Right. So again, you know, tune into the Black Watch, you know, at 9 p.m. tonight, you know. Again, this is where you could really get back that mental and spiritual health back intact because again the society severed it, it separated it. You as a black, Hispanic and Native Indian man, you're looking for your spirituality one way, and then you're looking, as you say, your mental health caught up somewhere else.
Correct.
Again, right? You need to come back to these records. Again, the number on the screen, you know, call the number, or call the number.
That's right.
Because just like the Lord, please say, never destroy us without a warning.
Correct.
The warning is here. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Or they come back to all the history, come back because it already recorded. This is why we're in this condition. And again, as you now say, not a dog going to move its tongue against the nation or the children of Israel.
Correct.
Right? So I know if you want to add anything.
That is it. You know what I mean? Again, call the number for the school as well, 2905173. It might be if it's on the screen there.
Yeah.
2905173. Understand? Call in. Send us messages on the Facebook. You understand? All the social media connect with you on the YouTube, the Facebook. You understand? The TikTok, the Instagram.
Right.
You understand? Wherever we is, find we Twitter. You understand? Follow up. Everything Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Look we up. Look at Black Watch, you understand? Black Watch News, again, 9 p.m. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday.
That's right.
Tune in to Command and Julian and then soldiers and them follow and let us understand what's going on in this world today and what we must do. You understand? For the Lord to bring back, we call it total righteous order and change all this madness and bring it to sanity, complete sanity again.
That's right.
And that is it. Again, thank you for listening. Again, you know, we continue to like, share, subscribe, and all that, and call in next week. God allow and
General We'll be on the street, 91.9 FM, every Monday from 7:05 p.m. to 8 p.m., bringing you the truth according to the Bible. The ISUPK is a non-profit faith-based community organization that will respond to the plagues that's affecting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You also have programs such as education, both adult and youth, food distribution, rehabilitation, both drug and alcohol, mentoring, counseling, and spiritual support. Remember, tune in every Monday on 91.9 FM, 7:05 p.m. Shalom.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM. The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
On Saturday, May 7th, get ready for Mother's Day.